Hello, members of the Grateful Migrant Collaborative Community and the general public. Today, I want to show you another case of migrant success, where an extraordinary person tells us how he converts the challenge of starting from scratch, making his way in a new place as an opportunity to self-improvement. Wishing blessing for you and your home, I welcome you. My name is Blake Turner. In this opportunity, we will talk about the business immigration programs in Canada with updating information to date by our guest towards the members of the collaborative community Grateful Migrant, a collaborative community that recognizes help and guidance to others as an instrument to pray and thanks to blessings to send to the Holy Trinity, Virgin Mary, and nature, whom we thank to allow us to each of us this moment together. It's a pleasure for me to present Igor Chigrin from Toronto, Ontario, a successful history of grateful migrant related to financial sector and business plans in Canada. Igor, it's a pleasure for us to have you with you in this moment. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Blake. Really nice to be here and hopefully provide some great information to the community. Appreciate the opportunity.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time. Okay, Igor, please tell us, how do you identify with the Grateful Migrant Collaborative Community?
So first of all, my story is similar to many migrant collaboration community. I'm also an immigrant to Canada. I came about 11 years ago, originally from Russia. I came pretty much not knowing exactly what I'm gonna do and what sort of activity will be good for me in Canada. I didn't even imagine of doing a business in the country where I didn't know anyone at the time. So, of course, over time, as you are, as you know more people and more information, you identify the needs, and the more you network, the more business connection you gain. It then become obvious to you what exactly you're going to do. Of course, if you if you didn't know what to do, in my my call for the community is, if you already have a business idea, or maybe you have a business in your home country, then you are in a very good position, because you are way ahead of me, compared to who I was 11 years ago.
Excellent. Okay, sounds really good, the history. Okay, Igor, from your profession and or experience, what should an immigrant investigate about the immigration system or financial system of the place of depart and the place of arrival?
Well, first of all, in terms of immigration system, it's definitely critical to pick the right immigration program, and it may not. It should not necessarily be a business immigration program. If you, for example, have a certain profession that is in demand in Canada, it will be better for you to choose that program, the professional immigration program. And basically, first of all, is to figure out how exactly you're going to land through which program, first of all, and then the program will determine eventually the financial requirement, because every single one has certain minimum dollar figure that you have to bring to Canada. To be honest, it's pretty low. One of the surprise that I had when I came is to find out that the cost of living is much higher than this minimum amount of money that the immigration programs have. So I'd say allocate maybe twice or three times even more than what the program requires, because you're gonna need money here, especially in the big cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, and whatnot.
Okay, it's very good tips. Thank you, Igor. Okay, we continue to the main topic, business immigration programs in Canada. Okay, we're going to make a short question. The first of all is, what is it and what is it for?
Mhm. So business immigration programs are obviously the immigration programs that are regulated either by Canada as a federal state or also all certain provinces and territories. The purpose of these programs is to attract high performing individuals and entrepreneurs, also technology startups with some proven technologies and teams to relocate to Canada and to do business out of Canada. And there are many different types of the business immigration programs. Mainly, there are 4 of them. The first one being a self-employed, so-called self-employed immigration program. So that means that if you are, for example, a freelancer, a self-employed person, be it a developer, graphic designer, author, maybe a musician, some kind of artist, pretty much again every single profession where you can pretty much be your own boss. Canada has a program for accepting those types of business immigrants, and basically, if you were doing, let's say, graphic design out of your home in Colombia, then there's nothing that kind of prevents you from doing the same job from your home in Canada, with the only difference that you're going to pay taxes to the Canadian government. And this is what is behind the motivation of the Canadian government to become business. The business people come to Canada, they start paying taxes in Canada, they started employing Canadian labor force, and that's why that's what the Canadian governments need. So other than the self-employed program, there is also a program called intra-company transfer that works for the corporations rather than the individual self-employed people. If you own a corporation back home and you want to start doing business in Canada and also get the Canadian go through the Canadian immigration program, you can pretty much establish your facility or subsidiary in Canada and continue to be a boss, but have that facility or subsidiary in Canada with even minimum operations, kind of relocate to Canada, sitting here, but it doesn't mean that all your staff members and all, let's say, equipment has to go with you to Canada. No, you can still have an office and say production employees or maybe office employees elsewhere, but you kind of move the headquarters with you as an entrepreneur to Canada. So that's one of the business immigration program. Then there are many other programs that are regulated by provinces and territories. There's the separate one, for example, in Alberta, in Ontario, in Quebec, you name it. So pretty much any province has the provincial immigration program. They typically are called provincial nominee programs. And the provinces are very flexible as to what kind of business people they wanted to attract. Many of them, don't mind to accept the immigrants who don't necessarily want to do like a fancy businesses, next Tesla, next Facebook or whatnot. Many of those provincial programs, they are very down to earth. That means if you wanted to, buy a food franchise, you can go through one of those provincial programs. Again, it depends on the province, but in many cases, they don't really care what kind of business you will have in Canada. Also, if you want to acquire the already established business in Canada, that's also a possibility. And then you most likely go through the provincial immigration program because you also qualify under that program as a business buyer. Let's say there's an established, say, restaurant in Canada that you wanted to buy. For sure, you can do that. And you can go through the immigration program to do that. And last but not least, what's available today, and I'm just wanted to highlight that we record in December 2020, so we'll see what the next year or a few years bring. But as of this year, the final program that I wanted to highlight here is called Startup Visa Program. This program is very, very specific to the technology startups. However, and there's a big caveat that our feature that I wanted to highlight, that this program is not designed is not designed for the entrepreneurs who just have the rough idea in their head. And many startups are like that. I wake up in the morning, I have that brilliant idea that Elon Musk will be out of business if I implement it, but it's not exactly what the Canadian government is looking for. The Canadian government is looking to rather move the startup brains from the other countries to Canada by way of inviting the founders of the successful startups to come to Canada through the Startup Visa Program. And the most important here is that the startup has to prove that it's a successful one. Either you have to have already some revenue to showcase that your product or solution or software or app already is producing the revenue. You don't have to be profitable yet, that's fine, but you already have to show some revenue, or at least there has to be like a third-party endorsement of your technology. Maybe a potential, maybe potential contracts with, licensees or something else, someone else who will use your technology in the future. So that's what startup program is about. It's not for those, again, who have rough ideas. It's for those who already proven that their product or technology is competitive, and Canada wants to attract exactly those types of business immigrants.
Okay, got it. Igor, maybe you already answered this question, but only for me, explain for the members and the general public is the next one. How to select the right one?
Good question. First of all, what I always recommend is look at your resume, like literally. Look at what kind of business you have right now, and what type of practice. Because again, it's for most of them are for established entrepreneurs. Some of them are for new entrepreneurs. But in any case, you have to look at what you know the most. If you already have a business, then that's fine. You basically keep going, keep doing the same business in Canada, and that should be your plan. Say you own a construction company in Mexico, you wanted to open a construction company in Canada. No brainer. Like that's obvious. You have experience in a similar area where you wanted to be in Canada. But now, if you rather wanted or looking for something new to do, look at your resume and find out what you do the most and what you're best at. In one case, for example, we had a gentleman from the Middle East who wanted to immigrate to Canada through the business program, but he just had no clue what kind of business he should be in, because he worked all his life in large oil companies in the Middle East. So we said to him, like, we can't, of course, recommend you. And there's no. The truth is that there's no really good businesses and bad businesses for the Canadian government. Well, there are some kind of bad, shady businesses, but let's not worry about them, because 99% of your viewers probably will not care about those. But the truth that we told him is that since you are an engineer, then probably you can open up your engineering firm in Canada and do some kind of design of the tools and equipment for oil and gas. And he said, yeah, that's kind of good for me because I have all qualifications. He had a bunch of educational proof that he is a good engineer. And this is what the Canadian government is also looking for in all the applications for business immigration programs. They will want to see that you, as a person, as a business person, not only bringing money, but you will also be capable of managing the company, and that you know the subject matter. If you want to open up a construction firm, they want to see your experience in construction. If you wanted to open up, let's say, that engineering firm, they want to see your engineering. If you are, say, self-employed graphic designer, believe it or not, but they wanted to see the samples of your design. It's also part of your business plan.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Igor. Again, what does the applicant need to do apply?
Well, first of all, they have to pass the language test, either English or French, especially those who look for immigration to Quebec. It's better if they speak French well and pass the test. In terms of the paperwork, there's an application form, obviously, where you can put everything about you, your family, your all your degrees, all your professional background, and then the third part of your application is the business plan, because it's a business immigration. No matter what program you apply for, the government wants to see your business plan. And that's kind of focus of our firm. This is what we do for the immigrant entrepreneurs. We write the business plans for those immigration programs.
Okay, and this is exactly the next question. What to include in the business plan?
Good question. So first of all, it depends on the program, because some of the programs are more complex than the others. For example, like if you compare the business plan for a self-employed individual, it's probably about 10 pages or so. Whereas if we are talking about high-profile technology application for a startup visa program, it could go all the way to 50 pages. So it's really crazy how complex these things could be. But I think for probably 80% of the public, the business plans will not be such a huge issue and such a complex thing. But any business plan for the Canadian immigration program has to have, first of all, the description of your business idea. Now the government wants to see what exactly you will be doing in Canada. Then it should have your kind of profile, your resume. You gotta show the Canadian government why you are the good entrepreneur. Then if you are, let's say, in production, manufacturing, agriculture, there will be a section that they will ask you to explain what kind of tools, equipment you will be using to produce your product. Then it will be a section about the competitive advantage, how you are different. And it doesn't really matter if you are, self-employed author of children's book, or if you wanted to, set up a manufacturing facility in Canada. You still have to, explain how you will be different from anyone and everyone else in the market. Then the section about the Canadian market is also important. You have to find some kind of market data, do a bit of a research to present the government, the market size of your potential market in Canada. You have to show them that you did your homework. You know what kind of buyers there are for your product or service. Who is the competition. And how you can tackle them. Maybe about the prices as well. If you say charge certain fees, you'll have to indicate in your business plan how much you're going to charge for your product or service. Another section is your employee, we call it HR plan. Basically, it's about how many employees, how many jobs you intend to create in Canada. And don't be disappointed if you don't create any jobs in Canada. Because, for example, if you are a self-employed immigrant, then, guess what? You don't create any jobs in Canada except for your job, which is fine. However, if you, apply for, something like intercompany transfer program or, many provincial nominee programs, they actually want to see you creating the local jobs, especially in the areas outside of the major cities. Right? The farther into the provinces you go, the more expectations are from you to create local employment in more of a distressed areas. Those are the rural areas or small town areas. And then the last part of your business plan is always a financial projection. Even if you're a self-employed entrepreneur, you have to show 3 years projections of your income and expenses. And as you go up, kind of up the chain, also projected projected balance sheet and projected cash flow statements as well.
Okay, nice. Igor, who can help with the business plan and immigration application?
Excellent question. There are actually two parts, and everybody who listens to this recording you have to understand that these are like the business plan and the application are definitely interrelated, right? But for example, if you're looking for help with the application writing, then first of all, you can do it yourself if you are good with paperwork. But if not, if you look for assistance of somebody, then that somebody has to be certified by the Immigration and Refugee Commission in Canada. So there is a regulation or designation, if you will, that whoever helps you with your application, they have to have this designation. They have to be designated immigration consultants with a valid license to do that, to do the immigration consulting work, or they have to be one of the immigration lawyers. So we talk about different kinds of fees, though. Of course, lawyers will charge more than the consultants, but it depends on your budget. For example, right? Honestly, what I can tell you is that our firm, we are not licensed, so we are not allowed by the Canadian government to help with the application form because we are not licensed. What we can do the business plans, and quite honestly, we don't just do the business plans for immigrants. We have many Canadian clients, Canadian businesses that need the business plans for bank loans, for expanding their facility, whatnot. So we work with all kinds of businesses, not only immigrants, but with the immigrant, with the business plans for immigration purposes, we definitely can help you. We will share the contact information later on, and it will be in the description to this video. So if you need help with it, you can contact us, and we'll take it from there. We'll have a free discussion about your business, your situation, and what sort of program you wanted to apply for, and then we'll be able to come up with the custom proposal for the business plan writing.
Okay, got it. Igor, for summarize, may you can give us your final notes and your additional comments, please?
Well, my only comment is if you are thinking of immigrating to Canada, if you're not there yet, don't delay. Especially with all the travel restrictions and all this crazy stuff that's going on this year and will be going next year. There's no reason for you to wait for better times. If there is a program that's available right now, go for it, apply for it. It will take time until your case is heard and until your decision, the decision is made on your file. So every day kind of delays the opportunity for you to come to Canada. I know from my personal experience that the program that I've immigrated, I used the program, a professional program to immigrate 11 years ago. That program, although it exists, but my country, my home country, is not on the list of kind of priorities for that program yet. So they are not accepting the immigrants from my country, my home country anymore. Had I decided to wait for 5 years, maybe do a career, build a career back home, the opportunities, the opportunity would have been lost. So please hurry up, don't delay, go for it, apply. There's only kind of 50% chance that you will be rejected, but 50% chance that you will be accepted. So go for it.
Excellent. Okay, Igor, please tell us about your company, your product, service, and the executive benefit that you are willing to offer to the members of the Grateful Migrant Collaborative community, please.
Well, company name is Fair Grant Writing, and basically we're a team of writers that specialize in writing, business plans, business cases, feasibility studies, and everything in between to support to support our clients in either their financial applications like bank loans, government funding applications, whatnot, as well as their immigration files when it comes to the business immigration. And we'll share our contact information in the description to this video. But we're open for free consultations, no charge, to kind of get to know you better and understand if we can help you out. In terms of the kind of promo, I'm happy to share to announce the 10% discount to the members of the community. When you call or when you send us the message with a request for consultation, just mention that you watched this video and mention the community, and we'll be happy to offer you 10% discount in case if you wanted to use our services. Even if not, we'll be simply happy to help you out to maybe make a decision as to what program is right for you, or what are the potential alternative avenues for you. I look forward to more good and active people in Canada, because the country needs you. So I'm happy to extend this discount to you guys, and look forward to speaking with you.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate your advices. Igor Chigrin, a grateful migrant, successful story.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Blake, and thanks everyone.
And you, our viewer friend, send us your question of general interest on the community, or if you consider that you are also a successful case of a grateful migrant with a professional domain in a knowledge area of great interest to the collaborative community, or you know someone who consider to want to be interviewed with us, we thank you for letting us know. Writing to info@migranteagradecido.com. Subject: interview request, with your justification of why you are applying and contact details. We will be very happy to show more cases for successful like yours. Thank you very much for joining us. If you like this video, we thank you for liking it. Subscribe to the channel and access more resources to grateful interest and activity. The bell to be the first to know our exclusive digital content. Send us your valuable comments by email and share us in your social networks with the hashtag Soy Migrante Agradecido. My name is Blake Turner. I am with you. Blessings for you and all your home. Until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.